Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you do enjoy, and please do not forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe. So today I am coming at you guys with another story time. Okay, so this story happened I think it was 2 years back, if I'm not mistaken. So before I begin, let me get this straight, right? So I've never had a good relationship when it comes to friendships. It's always just went south, all the time. We'd literally be so close with a friend for a couple of months, max a year, and then after that just goes south. Okay, so I think I'm going to tell this story of a friend of mine that I knew through a friend that obviously that friend as well, things went south as well, because all my friendships go south, and I do not know why, but okay. I've established the fact that me and friendship is something that doesn't work, so honestly, I can sit here right now and tell you guys that when it comes to friendships, I do not have a friend that I can call up and be like, no, this is my day one. Okay, no, I do have friends, right, that I hang out with, that I count on. Okay, cool. So how we met with this girl was through a friend, right? Okay, so now initially when I went to live in the commune, I met a group of girls, right? I found a group of people that were already living there, already attending in the same campus, got to know each other and whatsoever. So now there was these two particular girls that I met, right? So this one time, okay, one thing about rest and communes, especially when you guys are there for school, you guys go out, right? Fine. So this one day where we were, one of the girls asked us to go somewhere, right? Well, actually no, she had left for another commune, and when she left, whenever she had plans to go somewhere, she would call us, and tell us, no, there's this and that, so can we go, right? Okay, cool, no, we're chilling, let's go, it's that. Cool. So this girl calls us this one time, and then she's like, no, I'm chilling by this place, and can you guys come through? Right. So now at this point when she left, I am now very close with the other girl that she was close with, right? Cool. So no, the two of us, we get ready, we go to them, we go to this particular girl that used to live with us, and then when we get to the place where they were chilling, we find this new chick there that, okay, obviously at that time we didn't know her, so we got to know her, we chilled, the four of us, it was fun, we had drinks, the day flowed. It was around midday. So we chilled, we got to know each other and whatever. So when we got to know her, we initially learned that she was I'm not gonna say, no, I don't want to put it as if new, but she knew her from their hometown, so she came by this side to get opportunities for work, right? Because she had finished studying in their hometown. Yeah. Okay, cool. So we chill, we get to know each other, the vibes, everything is cool. All right, and then we exchanged numbers as well, and then the night went on. We obviously headed to our separate places where we lived, right? Cool. So as time went by, the one that I was close with now, that I lived with, okay, now that's a story for another day, but things went south, right? Cool. And then this one time, this chick that we met there, by the time we chilled together, texted me, and she's like, no, I'm so and so and so, we met like this and that, and oh, okay, how you doing, you're good? No, she's like, no, I'm okay, but I'm looking for a place to stay. Is your commune full? Can I come through? The vibes. So obviously I got the information for her, and I helped her through the whole situation, and then she managed to come by. She started living with us, and then obviously she lived with me in my room, because the girl that I lived with initially had left because our friendship went south as well, of which is a story for another day. It's a lot, it's the most. But anyway, Sila. Cool. Oh, I'm having Sevi. Savannah for the culture, for the vibes. So grand. Chick is living with us now. We became such good friends. Like, we used to call each other boo and all of that. We became really close and we'd vibe together, we'd go to group together, like the most, you know. It was just very close. We became very close, right? So now this particular day, ne, she also had friends, right, from around town and also from her hometown that were in Durban, you know. Cool. So this one time, I had met some of her friends as well because we had gone out a lot together. And then there was this particular friend that I met through her as well. Her very close friend, they go way back from their hometown as well. Cool. So I met her. She was a cool chick, you know. We'd hang out there and there. Cool. So this one time, right, she tells me that there's this place they want to go to. So going to this place, she shows me the post of what's going on, of the vibes and the food, the drinks, everything, the menu basically of what was going on. Okay, cool. So she tells me, no, boo, can we go, this and that. Now, one thing about me, ne, I do not like to go to places when I'm broke. Because why am I going? You know, I like to provide for myself, and if I can't provide for myself, then I'd rather sit home. You know, that's the type of person that I am. I'm not saying I'm judging how people are, but personally, I do not like to be catered for. I like to cater for myself because I'm proud like that. Anyway, so I tell her, no, financially I know it's bad, so I'm not gonna make it, right? No, she's so sad about it. But man, fine. I mean, it's not the first time, it's not the last time. And you guys know, man, living in the commune and living in rest, you live off what you get. I lived off what I got from my mother, you know, monthly. So and you guys know that when it's close to payday, it's rough. Like, it's very, very, very tough. Okay. So obviously it was close to the days where I was about to get money from my mother, right? Cool. So obviously, like, it's bad. And I don't like to go and rely on someone else, you know. Cool. So she leaves, right? Cool. She goes with her friend. They're just going, the two of them. And also another thing that I didn't want to go was because they had planned to go just the two of them, right? Because it was like they kind of dates or something. I am not too sure, but it was just the two of them. And I don't really like to be in the middle of two friends that I met with one friend, because I feel like when they're having conversations of past events and past situations that I wasn't there, like, I feel left out, you know, and I don't want to find myself in those kind of situations, you know. So I initially, as much as I had some money, I just felt like, no man, I just don't want to be in the middle of these two because they know each other from way back, and now I'm just gonna be there, you know. I'm just, I don't want that. So cool. She goes and they have quite a good time because she was posting pictures and they looked beautiful. They were having a great time. Cool. I'm chilling at the commune with the other girls and the other housemates. Cool. And then the day goes. They left early. I think they got there by 12 per day. So around 3 to 5, I am not too sure, she calls me. She's like, boo, can you please come through? And that time she was tipsy. I could hear her voice. She was tipsy. Boo, can you please come through? I'm left alone now. My friend had to go somewhere because apparently her friend had a date with her boyfriend, so she had to leave early. And she's like, no, boo, the table is full of alcohol. I don't know what to do with myself now. Can you please just come through? I'm begging you. Wada. I don't want to go home. Yes, it's still vibing, it's so fun, but I'm just alone, and I hate the fact that I'm alone. What. I'm like, oh no, cool. It's chilled, right? So I get ready, and I go. I go. I request an Uber, and I go to the place, right? And I think I got there around 6-ish. I'm not sure, but I think I got there around 6-ish, 6:30, right? Okay, when I got there, no, she was there, and I was wearing white jeans, right? I got to her table, greeted each other. She was so happy to see me. She was drunk. By the time I got there, she was out of it. And I do not know at what point did it happen that there was a glass this long that was full of jagermeister, and I do not know why there was a glass that full of untouched jagermeister. But cool, it wasn't my business, okay? Sharp. So I get there, and obviously there's just jagermeister, and I don't remember what else. So I had ordered a cider for myself. Cool. Whilst I was waiting for my cider to get there to our table, she's dancing, right? She's vibing, she's drunk, like she's in the vibes, you know. If like, yo, I was super wailing her vibes, because wow, she was in the vibes. And I remember she was wearing shorts. She was dancing, she was going down, like the music was fun. They were playing R&B, if I'm not mistaken, and she was vibing. She was, you know, shaking her ass and doing the most, you know. I mean, girl, what you there for? What you there for? To get down. She was getting down. So in the midst of her getting down, and the fact that she is not in her sober senses, right? She comes back to the table, and one of her other friends was there as well. When she called me, she called another girl as well. I guess between the two, she was contemplating between who was going to agree to come and who wasn't, but we both came. But it's fine. I know the girl as well, because I initially met her before on other vibes and other grooves. Like I met the other one that had left as well, you know. Cool. So it's the three of us on the table, we're vibing, we're having fun. So she comes to her table after just dancing, and she comes. Ooh. She was dancing there by the side, right? And then she comes back to her table. And you know how the vibes and groove, the music is loud, and when you under the influence as well, you tend to talk very loud because you're trying to keep up with the music as well, so that we get what you're trying to say to us. So she's like, you know, she's trying to talk to us, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So in the midst of her trying to have a conversation with us, her hand, hits the glass full of jagermeister, and it was right opposite me. The whole class, when I tell you the whole class came to me. The whole class full of jagermeister came on my white jeans. Fuck. I couldn't believe it. I hadn't even had an hour at the place, and already I was pissed to the core. But one thing about me, I remained calm, because I was understanding the fact it was a mistake. 1, 2, she's under the influence, right? But when I look at myself, it's bad. Like it's bad. Like the liquor went on top and under, in between my thighs and under. Like what? And I'm like, no. I chill for a bit, because now I'm shocked. Like I just didn't know how to act and what to say. I'm looking at myself and I'm like, yo, now this is a number. And then now I'm like, no, I think I'm gonna have to go. And then she's like, why? Because it's not that bad. Not that bad. What? white jeans, jagermeister, not that bad, excuse me. But anyway, I was like, no, I'm gonna go to the restroom and I'm gonna check out how bad it is, you know, because obviously it's dark in this place because it's like it was getting late, and obviously it was they dimmed the lights and everything, you know, for the vibes. Cool. I went to the restroom, right? And when I got there, there was a lady who was working there, right? So I'm like, I greet her. I'm like, hi, ma. Look at me. Is it bad? Like, what's going on? Like, I feel like I need to go home, but these girls don't want me to go home because they feel like it's not that bad. Please be honest with me. Is it bad? Can I still chill? But like, I honestly, deep down, I wanted to leave same time when the whole incident happened. I wanted to leave same time. But for her sake, I went to the restroom. She's like, and then the lady is like, no, it's bad. Like, it's really, really bad. I remember she even tried to help me out and clean the whole thing. I'm like, oh, how on earth can you clean out jagermeister on a white jeans that I have on? It didn't make sense. But anyway, so I go back to our table. I'm like, no, bro, I'm leaving. Like, it's bad, you know, and there's nothing I can do about it but to go home. Cool. She's like, no. Hey. She goes off at me. I never expected that. I never expected that. Till this day, when I think of it, I am shocked, to say the most. She's like, yo, abangani. She's like, hey, bro, why are you leaving? It's not that bad. Everyone here is with their partners. No one's gonna look at you. No one wants you. They have their partners here. The guys are all taken. The girls are all taken. Who's gonna look at you and want you? Because people are with their partners here. You don't even look that good. You think you're better. You think you look good because you've got that fat ass. Ha! Yay! She gave me. I was like, so is this what you think of me? And she gave me. You think everyone wants you? You think all the guys want you? Ha! Guys, you. She gave me. She went at me. Yo. I still can't believe it. Till this day, I cannot believe how she went at me because of what she did to me. I mean, what? So now she's trying to convince me to stay by being mean to me. Does it make sense? Excuse me, now it doesn't make sense. How can you try to convince me to stay at a place while I look like shit and you made me look like that? Whilst that trying to convince me to stay, you are being mean as fuck. What? I couldn't believe it. ayogela wangitshela ucaca ungcono ucaca umuhle ubani ufuna wena abafuni wena la abantu baba nabantu babo hayibo. I know, sharp. No, girl. I'm like, no, it's fine, boo. I'm not even at a point where I'm looking for anyone. I am in a relationship. I was at that time. I'm in a relationship. I mean, what? I'm not looking for anything or anyone. And just because I'm not looking doesn't mean I'm gonna be advised looking like a whole total mess. Fine. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna argue with you. I request an Uber to go back to our place. Whilst at that, a driver picks up, right? So obviously, if you've been to Views at 25, we were at Views. If you've been there in Durban, if you've been there, you know that as soon as you walk in, there's a lift that takes you right to the place, right? So obviously, we're there upstairs, and when I Uber, the driver is downstairs, right? Fine. So now the driver has arrived, and I'm trying to like tell her that, listen, the driver has arrived and I am leaving. You know, I'm trying to make her understand the fact that regardless of what she's saying to me, I am leaving, you know, and I've made up my mind. I'm going. She still kept going at me. At that point, I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to listen to her because it's not worth it. So I'm trying to make it clear to her that I'm leaving, trying to grab my phone and stuff and telling the other chick that I'm leaving. Apparently, it took so long that the driver cancelled my request, right? Cool. And then I request again. When I request again, the same driver accepts it. And then I'm like, you know what? Whether she takes it or not, whether she accepts it or not, I am going irregardless, because now this driver has accepted my ride for the second time. Fine. I grab my bag and I leave. I go by the lift, I go down. When I get to the car, she calls me. She's like, boo, please wait for me. I'm also going home. What's the point of us taking separate rides when we're both going to the same place? I'm like, no. I took the ride with my money. You were gonna take a ride with your money, really, had I been there or not. So it's not like I'm asking for anything from you for me to go home. You know, I'm not trying to take the vibe and the groove away from you. I'm the one with the situation. I'm the one who's going home. So you can continue with your vibe. You can continue with your groove and chill and do whatever. I am not telling you to go. She's like, no, just wait for me because I'm coming. What's the point of me staying when you are going? Wada, 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 wada. She said a lot. I'm like, whatever. I dropped the call. I'm like, okay, driver, please, can you just wait for this chick, right? Because she apparently decided that she's going with me now. The driver is like, no, it's okay. So we sit and chill and we wait for her. Right? Okay. And I swear, had that driver knew that there was so much drama that was coming with that ride, he would have never accepted 2 times. Never. Never. She gets down, she gets in the car, we leave. Hi, on our way. I get fires. She fires again. She goes at me. You know, at that point, I was just so pissed and so mad. Whatever she was saying was going in this side and leaving this side. Like, I wasn't entertaining her at all. I remember there was a time where I was also going at her because I was so pissed, but I kept going at each other. Yo, the driver was so quiet because wow. We went at each other. To a point where I realized, no man, what's the point of me being in an argument with the person that is under the influence? Because Mina at that time, I was still sober. Like I legit had one before everything happened. One. So I was still good at that time. I was still sharp. Our place is like 20 to 30 minutes away, right? Cool. So when we get to our place, right, the other housemates are like, you just left, Mus, why you're back so early, you know? But I was so not in the mood to entertain or answer any questions. I just went straight to our room. Okubika cool, silala so too. I still had to deal with her presence the whole night. Yeah. But sharp. We got to our room. I changed. I went back to the lounge because they were sitting and watching a movie, right? So when I get there, I watch a movie and she's in the room and she's posting statuses, guys. Like, she's going off at me on statuses now. It's not personally and physically and like face to face now. Now it's over. The WhatsApp. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a bigger person in this matter. I'm gonna understand the fact that she's under the influence, and I'm just gonna be chilled about it. I watched the movie, it's finished. I literally waited for her to fall asleep before I went to sleep. I remember there was a time There was a point where I was feeling so sleepy, and I had initially decided that if she doesn't fall asleep, I'm gonna sleep on the couch, because there is no way I'm going to sleep with her in the same room wide awake after that whole incident that we just had. There was no way. So I chilled by the lounge, and I was feeling so sleepy at that time because, wow, I was tired. I was so irritated, I just wanted my bed. But I couldn't go to bed because I didn't want to go into the room while she was still wide awake. So I waited, and she was, until she was asleep, right? And then I went to sleep. Fine. In the morning, I woke up first in the morning, I remember, and I went to make coffee. So I went to the kitchen and made coffee. Whilst I was making coffee, right, she wakes up. She wakes up and she comes to the kitchen. She's like, Njan, how you doing? She greeted me. How did I answer? Oh, never. I was too late, and she left the kitchen. I don't know what she was doing. She was up and down the whole house, right? She was up and down. And then eventually she comes back to me, right? I made my coffee. I went to the lounge and I sat and drank my coffee. And then she comes back to me. She's like, boo, the liver of calling me boo. She's like, boo, can we talk outside? I'm like, sharp. We can talk. I mean, what's wrong with talking? We can talk, right? Yeah, we can talk. So we leave the house, we go outside, we chill outside, and she's like, I don't know where to start, but I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm really sorry about last night. I don't even remember half the things I said. I don't remember half the things that happened yesterday, but I know that a lot went on, and I know that I was so pissed off, and I know that we went on at each other, and that we had a big fight, and I'm so sorry. Oh, and also, that was the month before her birthday, right? And we had planned a trip for her birthday, right? I was also going. Cool. It was going to be like a girlfriend's vacation getaway, some sort of thing, right? Cool. So she's like, no, I'm so sorry. I know I said some bad stuff to you. I didn't mean them. I am so sorry. I don't know what got into me. I think it was the alcohol. Wara. I am just so sorry. I didn't mean what I said to you. I still appreciate you as my friend. I still need you as my friend. And I'm sitting there and I'm just listening like, to a point where she's done, and I'm like, my response was, I'm not about to sit here and remind you what you said to me, because you do remember what you said to me. And another thing that I believe in is the fact that drunk mouths speak sober minds. So if you are drunk and you are spitting fire at me, then you're spitting facts. You're spitting facts. This is something that you've been thinking about. This is something that you feel about, or things that you feel about me, As much as you couldn't tell me because you've been sober, or because you feel like it's going to ruin our friendship and whatnot. But the fact that you said them when you're drunk means a lot to me, because when you've been with me, these are the things that you've been wishing to let me know, or these are the things that you think about when you are alone. Right? You are actually being honest to me about these whole things, right? Cool. So I'm like, you know what? So also, right, when this whole thing happens, this particular month, right, she had been to an interview for this particular job, right? And it was a good job. So she went to the interview, she got the job. Everything was going well for her, and she had to move closer to where this job was going to be. So at the end of that month, she was going to leave our commune for that job, the new place, right? Cool. So now the apology is coming, and I'm bearing in mind that she is about to leave, right? In just 2 weeks time, she's leaving. So I'm like, you know what, forgive the girl and just calm yourself down and just behave, and just bear in mind that she's leaving just 2 weeks and she's gone. out of your life, out of this place, and you might never have to see her again, you know? So I'm like, I forgive you. What? I just wanted to get her off my case. I just want to move on with my life, Fine. I'm like, no, we're cool. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah. And then she's like, I was still on for my birthday. I'm like, yeah, we're still on. She's like, oh, okay, thank you. I'm like, cool. We go back into the house. It was the longest 2 weeks of my life. The longest, because I had to pretend. My goal plan was to pretend as if we were fine until she leaves. The longest 2 weeks of my life. But you know what? I sticked up to the plan. First week down, second week down, she had to pack her stuff. I was helping her pack. I helped her pack. We all helped her pack, She got her things together and she left. And she left. Oh, as soon as she left, I blocked. Blocker. Delete. On all social media platforms, I blocked, I deleted. Even her friends, blocked, delete, everything gone. I moved on with my life. And then, guys, I still can't believe, to this day, I still can't believe, but she re-invited me on Facebook recently. But I accepted it because I don't have a bad heart, I'm cool like that. The thing is with me, I have such a huge heart, a big heart, to a point where people misuse my love and my goodness and my good heart and everything. But it's fine, I let them, because it's fine. If you feel like this is you, then I can't change who you are. Honestly, you can't change who I am, I can't change who you are. So if you're bad vibes and I'm good vibes, we can't change each other. It is what it is, It is what it is. So yeah, that is the end of my story today. How I got killed by a friend. How my friendship went south. Now this is only the beginning. This is only the first. There's more. There's more coming. Guys, I don't know. I really don't know what to do with myself anymore when it comes to friendships, but it's fine. One thing I've done though is to accept the fact that it doesn't work, and I just don't force myself into it. I don't try too hard, so it's not always going to be the same. Sometimes it's going to click and clash all the time, because some people just are jealous for just nonsense, mere stupid nonsense, But anyway, I am going to continue with other stories of friendships that went south on next videos, on the next episodes of friendships that went south. Comment and to subscribe. Until next time, I love you guys so much. Mwah.